Today we're going to show some of the functions on the screen and how to use the features that we would consider basic for teaching staff. So when you walk up to the device, if you do see the little power sign, there's a little energy save. You just hit that and the screen is on. You're going to see copy and send is going to be the most common feature for you, because send is where you send to scan to email, and copy is where you're going to do most of your copying. There are some other boxes on there, but we're not going to talk about those today. Copy button, I touch copy. This is where you see the basic stuff, so we're not going to go into every feature, but teachers always use two-sided. So you're going to see us one-sided to one-sided. We touch that, and then it gives us options. So I would touch 2 to 2, which means I want a two-sided original to be a two-sided original. If I go back into two-sided, I have one-sided to one-sided. I can take a two-sided to a one-sided, which shouldn't do that because you're wasting paper. But if you have two single-sided, you can also take that to a two-sided. But most common, again, is two-sided to two-sided, and that's that feature right there. Once you're done with that, then we go into the finishing and stapling capabilities. If you can see through here, it's asking about the original paper size, folding, collating, offsetting, mixed size originals, all of that type of stuff. But today, we just want to show the teachers the staple and the hole punch feature, because that's what you use most common. So in the middle here, bottom right, you'll see staple and punch. Once you select that, it's going to give you more options than what you've had in the past, but to you, most common is top left. Once you highlight the top left, it shows a little picture on the left-hand side of the screen, so you can actually see what's going on. If I was to do two staples left, you can see in the picture on the screen, it's showing your two staples on the left-hand side. So as you go through this, you can see what that would be. If I turn the staple back off and I want a hole punch, I have the same type of options: 2 holes left, 2 holes top, 2 holes right, 3 holes left, 3 holes top, and 3 holes right. So essentially at the end of the day, you can go to your stapling here and your hole punch at the same time. If for any reason you need these to be shortcuts, we can add these shortcuts. I'm going to go back to the home screen, which is the home button here. I'm also going to show you while we're here how to do what we call two-sided scanning. You would touch the send button. You're going to touch address book, find your address or your email. Once you highlight that, press OK. After you press OK, we're going to go into the original format. This gives you a lot of other features, but in your case, we're going to just show how to get to two-sided scanning. So I go across the top, it says two-sided. I touch the two-sided. Right now it's selected as one-sided. We're going to go to two-sided. It's going to say from the left or from the top. That's your choice. Most common is going to be from left to right. It's already selected, so I press OK. The green button is highlighted because you can't see the document feeder right now, but my documents are in the doc feeder waiting to be sent. If you don't have documents in the doc feeder, or you do not have documents on the glass, that green light will not come on until it's ready. Anytime you're on the device, you have multiple points to touch. So there's home, there's a send button down here, which was the same send button. I'll go back to home. It's the same send button as that you see up here. The same copy button that you see down here, which is a physical copy button, is up here. As you touch things, very similar to your phones, touch where the copies are highlighted. I can key in how many I want, or I can clear those right there. I can X out of that, so it's very similar again to your phone. As you touch things, things will come up for you to use. You can stop things, you can reset things. If you're familiar and you use the job status button, this is where print jobs and copy jobs would be highlighted. If you made a mistake, you can highlight your job, pause your job, delete your job. You can move up if there's a line of jobs in the process or in the queue. You can highlight your job and move it ahead. So as you see, this cancel, priority override, move up, detail would be adding staple sorting or something like that to your job. What we recommend is touch those and play with them to see if it's something that you would use. But again, back to home, it's the same thing in the copy. We're not going to go over every feature. We showed some scanning, we showed some two-sided, we showed 3-hole punch and stapling. But as you touch these keys at the bottom, it's going to give you different keys to touch, and as you touch each key, there's more options beneath those. Image qualities, original paper, layout edit, advanced setup. We can do program keys. Any of that type of stuff that you need help with further, please let us know. We always train an additional key operator within all of your buildings to help you throughout your day.